Hello, Heroes of the Storm. My name is Silver Hunter. I am going to be your host of one of the first tutorials for this amazing game. Before we proceed to the main content, let me introduce myself. I am a veteran MOBA player with more than 8 years of experience in probably the hardest MOBA out there, Defense of the Ancients. After getting an invite for Heroes of the Storm and playing tons of games with every single hero, I feel like I have enough hours behind me to give you an amazing and detailed tutorial for not only the players who are yet to start playing this game, but also for those who are already very experienced. So let's start, shall we? First of all, you will have to decide whether you want to go for a quick training mission in case you want to jump into the game as soon as possible. Simply click on the banner to get redirected to the Get In ASAP video, or continue watching the current one for the detailed version. The following tutorial will be covering everything a new player needs to know about Heroes of the Storm and its genre. There are 10 players divided into 2 teams. Each player picks a hero before the start of the game and controls only that unit until the end of the game. The goal of the game is to destroy the enemy's main building, called the core. Other names for the same building are Nexus, Palace, Main, Shrine, and others. To destroy the enemy core, you will have to work with your allies and destroy the outer forts, walls, and towers protecting the enemy base. You will have several ways of doing so. You can complete the map objectives that will help you in various ways with your ultimate goal. You can capture some powerful creatures on the map called mercenaries, which will aid you in your fights. You can outplay the enemy team in massive team fights that will be happening from the first minute of the game. Whatever you decide to do, you will have to work with your team to have a chance of winning. Forget about single player, but with time, this game will test your ultimate skills of precision, concentration, and teamwork. You will often find people complaining and whining about you or other members of your team. Do not get affected by them. This game is very dynamic and forces team fights from the early stages of the match. Mistakes will happen, but as long as you learn from them and keep improving, you should never be sad or discouraged by the self-proclaimed professional players. Play for fun, as long as your playstyle is not affecting your team in a bad way. Try out new heroes, test new builds and skills in the co-op matches, and become a valuable member of the rising Heroes of the Storm community. Currently, there are 4 playable maps, very similar to each other. If you remove their unique objectives, they would all work in the same way. There are 2 bases connected with 2 or 3 lanes where minions, the AI-controlled units, spawn from time to time to engage the enemy. These minions will grant experience to your team once killed in the proximity of an allied hero. There is no solo experience in Heroes of the Storm. Killing minions, mercenaries, forts, and heroes will grant you global experience, which will be evenly shared among the allied heroes. Supports will no longer be underleveled, nor will the solo mid-hero get extra experience. There is no I in Heroes of the Storm, only we. There are several types of buildings in the lanes connecting the bases. Walls, gates, and towers are the first line of defense. Towers, as well as forts, have limited ammunition, which needs to be refilled over time. There are skills and talents affecting their ammunition. Some can refill it, while others can deplete it. A fountain right behind the wall can be used to refill your health and mana. Remember that the regeneration effect won't be cancelled after being damaged, like in Dota. Forts have a special type of attack which slows down units and heroes being hit. Once you manage to destroy the fort right next to the enemy core, your own minions in that lane will become stronger and will have an additional unit that will spawn with them, called the catapult. Catapults have a great area damage as well as bonus damage versus buildings. Core, the main building, does not have limited ammunition. On top of that, It deals splash damage that hits multiple units at once if they are close to each other. Your goal is to protect your buildings at all costs, as well as do everything you can to destroy the enemy buildings. The easiest way of doing so is to group up as a team and pressure the lane of your choice. This is called pushing, a strategy of massing your numbers in one lane with a goal of destroying the enemy outer buildings and getting closer to the enemy core. Doing map objectives will greatly increase your capability of pushing. For example, in the Dragon Shire map, you need to control 2 shrines to be able to wake up a powerful dragon, which will help you with destroying buildings as it deals increased damage to them. These objectives do not have to be completed in order to win, but they will surely help you out. The most popular way of pushing is to capture some mercenary groups. Once you kill the creatures in camps, you will capture them and make them fight for you. There are currently 3 types of mercenaries: Siege Ogres, Knights, and Golems. Siege Ogres are the easiest to capture, since you are able to dodge their attacks. You will notice a small circle as they throw their rocks, giving you enough time to change your position and land a few attacks before moving again. These Ogres are masters of pushing and sieging. With their long range, which outranges towers, forts, and cores, they can push down the lanes very fast if you let them live long enough. Unprotected, they will die very soon. The Knight camp is much tougher to kill than the Ogre camp. There are only a few heroes that can deal with this camp on their own, while most of the other heroes will need some extra support to take them down, even on higher levels. The trick in getting down this camp is to focus the wizard minion first. This minion gives shields to his knights and boosts their attack speed and attack damage through the aura indicated by the circle surrounding this small wizard. Once captured, this wizard will boost attack as well as the ability damage of all heroes and units affected by the aura. Knights are not that great as a source of damage, and should always be combined with larger waves of creeps. They are extremely tanky, and will mostly act as a support to the other units in the wave. The Golem camp holds a single but powerful unit. You will almost always have to team up to take down this camp. The Golem has 2 abilities, Smash and Root. You will be able to notice the Smash ability indicated by the green area surrounding the Golem as he prepares his skill. This deals a 2-second stun to the nearby enemy units. The Root ability entangles random heroes around the Golem, indicated by a white circle. Once caught in, these heroes won't be able to move for a long period of time, but won't take any damage and will still be able to use their normal attacks and skills. The Golem is a perfect companion in the bigger teamfights, as he will often mess up the enemy positioning with his Smash and Root skill. As long as you fight around him, you should not be losing your heroes. He also deals extra damage to enemy structures, and will melt down his way through the enemy lane if left alone. There are 3 icons indicating the current status of these mercenary camps. The yellow icon means that the camp is currently alive and available for capturing. Blue icons mean the camp has been captured by your team, while the red one means the enemy holds it. Once captured, these mercenaries will need some time to respawn. However, there will be a timer indicating the spawning time, meaning that you will be able to time and organize capturing and pushing. Also, you will be able to see the pathing of captured mercenaries, indicated by the dotted line on the minimap. Currently, these mercenaries do not give some noticeable experience to teams. Their primary goal is to push, or should I say split push, in order to make the enemy team divide their numbers and defend on several fronts at once. Gazlo is one of the best junglers in the game, being able to take down the Knight camp at level 1. Heroes like Falstad also deserve a special note because of his ability of capturing one camp and then flying over to the other side of the map to quickly take the second camp. You will have to plan out the capturing of these camps as you complete other quests on the map, if you wish to deal some massive damage to the enemy team. For example, you will have to collect 3 tributes in the map called Cursed Hollow. Once collected, the enemy team will be cursed. Minions, towers, and forts will have their HP reduced, as well as being unable to attack. If you capture 2 Siege Ogre camps while having that curse, be sure that you will take down almost the whole enemy lane. We will be creating a detailed guide for each of the maps, so remember to check them out for some additional information. Let's conclude the introduction of the tutorial. Heroes of the Storm, as any other MOBA game, is a team game being very fast-paced. This game will make you do tons of mistakes, even after hitting hundreds of hours. As long as you learn from them, you should not get sad or affected by the flaming teammates. Each map has its own unique objectives, which should be completed but are not guaranteeing you a win. The goal is to push to destroy the enemy core. Special camps holding mercenaries will help you with that, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to you and your team having individual skill, great communication and team play to outplay your enemies, or keeping a cool head while playing from behind. Thanks for watching. See you in our next episode. Silver Hunter, signing out.